Hi there, Deirdre here from Starwise. Just popping in today to let you know that today, the 17th of June, Mars is moving into Virgo. So, Mars is our planet of drive and determination, motivation, and passion. So, wherever he's moving in your chart, he's bringing energy and activation to get things done. So, you need to be able to look at your chart and see where the Virgo energy sits in your chart to see where that's going to be the most emphasized over this next period of time. So, Mars moves into Virgo on the 18th of June and stays there until the 6th of August. So it's quite a long transit through there. So while he's doing this transit, he's emphasizing and activating that energy of Virgo. So Virgo energy is the energy of perfection. So what this means when Mars is in Virgo, we're very, very driven to achieve at a high level. And this is a great motivating thing and really good if you've got something that you want to finish off or specialize in or put the final touches on, because that perfection energy will make sure that you pay attention to all the details. So you'll be really interested in crossing the T's and dotting the I's and making sure that everything is just perfect before it goes out there or becomes public or you take the next step with it. However, there's always a challenge with that, because when we put that much pressure on ourselves, we often get very stuck in not being able to see how perfect we are or how perfect what we're creating actually is. So my bit of advice to you in this transit, if there is something that you're wanting to put out there or get off the ground or do something with at this time, I would really encourage you to ask other people around you who you trust and who you know will tell you the truth to help you to edit it or to finalize it or do something with it. Because the problem with this energy is that everybody but you can see how perfect what you've created are or how perfect you are, but you can't see it for yourself. All you can see is the faults in what you've done. So it's like I've met so many artists in my work who create these amazing pieces of art. And so many of them, especially of that Virgo energy, end up in the back shed or in the garage or in the gallery out the back and never get seen by anybody because they made one little mistake in it, that they would be the only people who would even notice that mistake. And other people would look at that piece of art and going, oh my God, that's what I've been looking for all my life. It's perfect for my wall. But you, as the person who created it with that strong Virgo energy, can only see the imperfections. So Mars in Virgo really stimulates our need to be perfect. And the only perfection there is in the whole world is doing your best. So the best thing you can do with this energy is really strive to do your best at whatever you're doing, but to try and do that without judgment and also without comparing yourself to other people, because that's really is like the downward power tool of Virgo energy is. And if you were a Virgo listening to this, you're probably very aware of this, that you're very you tend to spend a lot of time, especially when you're younger, a lot of you do tend to grow out of this, a lot of time comparing yourself to other people. And every time you do that, you can never, ever win. And that's the challenge with that Virgo energy. It wants you to find that perfection, to strive for it, but it won't let you find it. It won't let you settle with it. It keeps pushing you to do more. So a lot of stress can come with this energy. And one of the biggest stresses with Virgo energy is the fear of failure. So it's going to be interesting because Mars is going to be pushing you do more, be more, achieve more, go higher. But then that fear of failure could step in and go, stop, I'm too scared. I'm going to fail if I do this. So I'm not going to even try. So it could be a real difficult time with one time you're raging ahead and the next minute someone puts the handbrake on and you're backing up and you're too scared to go any further. So try and push through this, because on the other side of fear is peace. Every time we face something that we fear, we find this beautiful, peaceful energy on the other side of it, and this sense of accomplishment as well. So use this energy to really to work hard at what you're doing, to achieve well at a high level, but try and do it without stress, and do allow yourself to rely on the knowledge and the expertise and the assistance of other people, especially if they're people who you know will always tell you the truth, and also people who know what they're talking about as well, because you don't want to be, getting a sort of a whole lot of information or direction on how to write a book from someone who's never written a book or doesn't know anything about writing. So it's about, finding the right people who are always around you at any given time. So it could be a challenging time with Mars and Virgo, but it will also be a time where whatever you're working on, have no doubt that you will give it 110%. You actually have, wherever that Virgo energy sits in your chart, you have no choice but to give 110% to whatever you're doing. So when Mars moves through there as the planet of action and motivation, he's going to really encourage you to raise the bar. So that's a good thing, as long as you're not raising the bar way too high. You're only raising the bar to a level that you can achieve too. and it will cause you to have a little bit of a push and step out of your comfort zone a bit. But as long as you're not being ridiculous about it and you're actually setting yourself a goal that is achievable, you should do really well under this energy. So enjoy this transit, and I'll be back to talk to you again soon. Bye.